I started going to 12-step meetings. I still had no place to live. I think I got out of the rehab on a Monday or a Tuesday. I slept in my car for the whole week. I went back to my job. I said, "Hey, can I have my job back?" They were like, "Where you been for the last 6 weeks?" So they gave me my job back. I started working at this place. And then I went to an AA meeting, right, on a Saturday night at this church. And I never would raise my hand. I never say anything. I kind of sat in the back. I didn't really want people to see me there, whatever. And then at the very end of the meeting, they said, "Does anybody have a burning desire? Does anybody have a problem that they really need help with?" And I don't know what compelled me to do so, but I raised my hand and they called on me and I said, "I don't have any place to live. If anybody can help, that would be great." And the pastor of the church happened to be at the meeting. He's not an alcoholic. He's not, but the meeting was at the church and he was fascinated by helping, people with addiction. He came over to me after the meeting. He gave me a key to his house and he said, "You're going to live here with me and my wife until you get yourself squared away." And I said to him, his name was John. I said, "John, do you have any idea what I've been doing? Do you have any idea the things I've been doing? And, I'm not a good person." He said, "Nope, you're a very good person. You just need somebody to give you a break." So I moved in. I went out to my car. It was parked outside, right? Got all my stuff, went in the house, and I lived there for about 6 months. About 6 or 7 months I lived with them. The guy's name was John and his wife was June. And they were great. They never let me. I tried to pay them for food and rent. And they said, "Nope, you save your money, you get yourself squared away. And when you're ready, you go find a place and you move on." So I lived with them for about 7 months, 6, 7 months. And then I went and got a place I rented. Somebody who owned a house. Maybe it was the 1986 version of Airbnb, right? A landlord who owned the house, but he rented out the separate bedrooms. So where these 3 other people lived in the house and I lived there and I lived there for a couple of years and then about a year and a half. And then one of the guys I knew from the recovery community, he's like, "Hey, let's get an apartment." So then I moved to West Orange and lived there for several years was what got me heading in a different direction, I'll call it.